Hello guys, and so today we're here at the Lesedi Cultural Village, and of course when I talk about culture, you know we're about to go traditional, and so we'll be finding out how the Bantu and Zulu people lived their lives way before civilization at the Lesedi Cultural Village, how tradition has been over the years. Well, we still have some of them living right here to date, and so we have to find out how life is like right here. Let's go inside and find out. Let's go. So I'm seeing some traditional artifacts here. Let me just move over there and see what I can find. Oh, wow. I mean, when we talk tradition, the South African colors definitely has to represent. Oh, this is really, really, really pretty. Ooh. Okay. Wow. If you thought you knew so much about South Africa, especially the tribes in South Africa, you thought wrong, because we've had an in-depth insight into how life was and everything that has to do with the 5 tribes. And also, when we talk about King Shaka Zulu, I learned more about him as well. Now, let me tell you something about the Zulu tribe. We went all the way up to where their village is. And before you enter the village, there's a security man there. Well, not your regular security man, but before you go in, he has to give you permission. And until he does that, you cannot go in there.
As you can see here, the gate is always closed. You may wonder why. My brother from another mother. Hello, brother. You from KwaZulu-Natal. The gate is always closed. Why? It's because the Zulus, they like fighting too much. Very, very aggressive people. You enter inside their village without asking for permission, you are in trouble. Maybe you will never come back. So permission first. And by asking for permission, you let them know that you are coming with peace. You see the warrior up there? He's a security guard. Our Zulu ADT. You enter inside without asking for permission, he's gonna shout and tell the warriors to get ready to fight. All right, good friends, can you say Skulagi Lakaya? Yes, but louder! Yeah. You see, my brother, now he's passing the message.
What does he say? Back him. Ooh.
Kunjani go because la oh hayi kuzolunga mfowethu. Sanibonani, he is greeting you. Respond back by saying yebo. Yebo. Ninjani, he is asking how are you. Respond back by saying siyaphila. Siyaphila. He is here to welcome us. Careful, my brother. Come inside.
We went in, saw how life is and the huts, and this is specially created village for you to know more about them. So we met some 2 women, and then for the women in the Zulu tribe, you cannot wear a short skirt when you're married. And so when you're married, they give you a much longer skirt for you to wear. And if you're unmarried, you wear a shorter skirt to show that you are unmarried. And also something very, very interesting about the married women. They have this, popular South African headgear that you see in the music videos. You see them wear. And the exciting thing back then in the 60s is that if you're wearing that, you cannot take it off. You have to wear it permanently, and even when you take it off, it has to be once in a month, and even that is just to wash your hair. I'm wondering how they were able to manage during those times as well.
And then for sleeping at night, take a look. They use this one as a nice pillow. Very comfortable.
The men were suffering there.
And then during the day, the husband sits on it. So it's easy for you ladies to do what? To dream about your husband at night by using this one. So yes, he sits on it.
Now let's also talk about King Shaka Zulu. And during those times, there were spears and swords that they used to fight. You'll be in your hut and then you see that someone is coming, and so you have to, get your spears and all of that. We got to see the spear King Shaka Zulu used. And that was in the 1860s. And then he demonstrated how, they use it and all of that. Very, very interesting if you ask me. And so then we moved to the Basotho people from Lesotho.
She's the Sutu. Can you say Basotho? Basotho. Yeah, Basotho people all the way from Lesotho. And the gentleman is here to welcome us. So greet him by saying Khotso Morena. All right, my good friends, this is how to identify the Basotho people. With the conical head, which represent their mountain kingdom of Lesotho. They wear the colorful blankets. Reason why, it's icy cold in Lesotho during winter time. And then the boots shows that their forefathers were the first people to be recruited in the mines to dig gold and diamond.
One thing that also struck most of us is the fact that they are very particular about women cooking. It runs across almost all the tribes. The women have to be in the kitchen doing the cooking, and then the men take their cows out, go grazing, go work very hard, and then the women are left to fend for the kids and also to take care of the kids and then the home. And so cooking was one thing that ran through, especially with our tour guide. He kept hammering on that. He actually has 8 women and he's expecting all of them to be home, and then he has 8 kids as well. Quite interesting, right? And also another interesting tribe that we learned from was the Noon tribe, where Nelson Mandela was born. They also have very peculiar lifestyles, and there are some similarities if you ask me, especially the dressing, their way of thinking, how they give prominence to the men, and their way of movement in terms of the dance and their dressing. Very, very, very similar as well. And also another interesting part has to do with cows.
In our culture, if you don't have cows, you are not a respected man in the community. No cows, no wife. All right. No cows, no wife. So to marry a Zulu lady, we pay how many cows?
11 cows.
We pay 11 cows for one lady, and they are very, very expensive because one cow costs plus or minus 10,000 rands. So 10,000 rands multiplied by 11 cows, it's 110,000 rands, if I'm not mistaken. Huh? So ladies are very, very expensive here in South Africa.
Your ability to get married depends on how many cows you have. So if you're watching me and you're wondering if you want to get married to a South African woman, how many cows do you have?
To marry a Zulu lady here, we pay 11 cows. So I want to know how many cows for you. He's the chief of the village, and you are not allowed to say no. So how many cows for you? You tell us.
And I'll take it.
How many cows? Give me like 12.
12 cows?
Yes.
He's got more than 500 cows. So instead of 12, he's going to give you 100. How about that?
Yay!
All right. All right. Can you please take a nice photo with your future husband? Huh? Take a photo with your future husband.
It's been quite interesting. We're moving to our next location, and then that will be the Lion and Safari Park. Will I be able to do something with the lions? We get to find out. Let's go. So we've come to the end of our tour, and this is our final stop. We're taking a look at the leopards, and so I hope it's been exciting for you and you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Time now to go catch some rest. We'll see you some other time. Bye-bye.